Hello, everyone. Our top story today. The event you have all been waiting for is here. Welcome to the Alliance Virtual 21 Conference. The past year has been challenging. We've by now adapted to the initial changes due to the COVID-19 crisis on our campuses. Remote work and remote learning are commonplace. Old assumptions are being challenged. Instead of reacting to outside events, it's now time to actively lead and direct that change for the better. Despite the challenges we face, higher education uniquely has the capacity to recover, reinvent, and move forward to a new normal. We will be stronger than before, and we will do it as a community, leading change together. In that spirit, join us with thousands of your fellow higher education professionals this week as we gather together to network, share best practices, and learn about cutting-edge technologies from over 40 vendor partners. With more than 400 breakout sessions and numerous networking opportunities, there will be plenty to learn and much inspiration to be found from the experts and innovators right here in our own community. So whether you are comparison shopping for the next software solution for your campus, looking for a solution to a specific vexing business problem, or just catching up with old conference friends in a happy hour, you'll find everything you are looking for and more at Alliance Virtual 21. The Higher Education User Group strives to be the premier global community for knowledge sharing in higher education. Here to discuss the present and the future of the HEUG is Brittany Moon, Executive Director. Brittany, over to you.
Thank you, Jason. Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany Moon, HEUG Executive Director, and I'm really excited for our next segment as I get to sit down with HEUG President Jason Wenrick and HEUG President-elect Mike Russell. How are you guys doing today?
Flawless.
Fantastic.
Perfect. So I figured we could kick off with some light questions to get us warmed up. So Jason, what was the biggest surprise of your presidency?
Well, if anybody answered anything other than COVID, I don't know where they've been for the last year. I think I'm going down in record in the history of the HEUG as the only other Jason to never have a conference while they were serving in a certain position. So that's been quite interesting. But I think the resiliency of the organization was really surprising to me. The way we were able to bounce back to actually approach new challenges that we never thought we were able to get to and actually handle them, and I think actually excel and bring this organization forward and hopefully into much brighter times coming forward.
Awesome. And Mike, playing off of that, what's the most surprising part of becoming the HEUG president?
Just realizing the sheer number of volunteers and the amount of work that they put into making this organization work. I mean, it's really pretty astounding, and I don't think I've seen anything like it anywhere else. The amount of dedication, the global perspective, the almost 24/7 operation that you get involved in with all the global partners out there and members is just unreal and a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree with you. The HEUG has an amazing network of volunteers and attend every year. So this has definitely been a wild ride with COVID, to say the least. So could you guys both tell me the best part of telecommuting and the worst part of telecommuting?
Well, for me, the best part of telecommuting is no physical commute. So I do not miss that. I like being able to wake up 5 minutes before a meeting and keep my camera off. So that has been good. The worst part is finding out, and I'll steal a line, of the number of clothing that has shrunken during this particular time and having to adjust that. And so trying to plan for going back into the office is going to be quite interesting on the wardrobe.
I have to agree with that one. I mean, for me, the dress code is number one. I don't think I've had on a pair of dress shoes since COVID sent us home. And it's just wonderful. And of course, the lack of traffic. Nobody's going to complain about a lack of traffic.
Yeah. Jason, I'd love to hear you reflect on some of your favorite memories and lessons learned over the past 2 years.
I think I mentioned it earlier. I think COVID really drove home what an amazing organization the HEUG is, how we were able to quickly pivot to new directions, take on new challenges, it's really an organization of the people and for the people. And so that's what has really shown through for me is I've made some lifelong friendships through this one globally everywhere, but it really emphasizes the importance of higher education, but also the connection amongst all of us. We're all family in one way or shape or form, and we're willing to help each other kind of going through these kind of things. And I think that through the adversity that everyone's had to go through, I think some of that light has really shown through, and I've just been so impressed and so blessed to be in this position during the last 2 years.
That's great. And Mike, playing off of what I just asked Jason, what are your goals for the first year of your presidency?
Definitely to continue the great levels of engagement from the membership, but to increase them as we see new members coming on board. Definitely want to increase our number of partnerships and the level of those partnerships. Definitely want to see a wider scope of conversations. We've been talking about all the different opportunities around security, integration, analytics, and on, really. The sky's kind of the limit. And of course, keeping the costs down, keeping everything affordable for our membership, because that's one of the huge benefits of our organization, right? As we try and do education, advocacy, and providing connections for people, all those things aren't possible if you price people out of the conversation. And that's one of the huge benefits I see of the HEUG.
Definitely. Well, I want to thank you both for your time today and any final parting words you both would like to share.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh my goodness. See you in Seattle in person in 22.
Well, for me,
Is that retirement?
My friend and I are going to be going off and relaxing because congratulations, Mike. This baby's yours now.
Well, finally, before we wrap, on behalf of myself and the HEUG board, I would like to say a tremendous thank you to you, Jason. The last 2 years have been some of the most challenging years the HEUG organization has faced, and we couldn't have had a better leader as president. So thank you so much.
Yep, and I echo that.
With the team
now
effort,
back to you, JK.
Thank you, Brittany. Congratulations to Jason Wenrick on a successful presidency, and best of luck to Mike Russell as he continues moving the HEUG forward. In other news, the HEUG is a worldwide organization. Across 37 countries on 6 continents, we are over 32,000 members strong, supporting more than 900 institutions. And all of them have a unique story. So let's head out into the field to meet some of our Alliance correspondents.
I value most about the HEUG and Alliance community are the people. The volunteers who make the whole thing work. The camaraderie, the friendships, and the professional connections are priceless. My board and advisory group experiences have been life-changing. I hold dear the friendships we built while planning and developing programs and creating strategies for the membership.
Hello, fellow Alliance attendees. This is Shahida Taji from DePaul University. I come to you from village in Chicagoland, currently a cold and gray place, certainly when compared to what could have been sunny Phoenix. I'm currently serving on the Project and Change Management Advisory Group. When you serve on an advisory group, you're supposed to travel places, meet new people. While that hasn't exactly transpired the way I imagined it would, I do have to say it's great to be part of the PCMAG. A more lively, dedicated, and a supportive bunch would be really difficult to find. I am learning so much and I find it super valuable. It gives you an amazing insight into what the HEUG is all about. I hope you all enjoy Alliance 2021 and I hope we get to meet in person very, very soon.
Marty McGeer here, the HEUG's Antipodean correspondent, calling, as is traditional if you live in Australia or New Zealand, from a darkened closet, whispering in my pyjamas with a cup of tea so as to not wake the kids at 0500. Reasons to join the HEUG. Number 1, somebody already made that mistake. You don't have to make it, they'll tell you about it. Number 2, counselling is expensive, so you better just talk to people who are suffering too. We all work in higher ed. Number 3, networking, or what I call friendships. really quality ones to be gained in the HEUG. Where else could I wear a animal onesie from the Muppets without fear of judgment? Out.
Thanks to all of our Alliance correspondents. We'll be hearing more from them throughout the conference. Music can make a profound difference in the lives of children, opening up many enriching opportunities. I'm very pleased to announce our Alliance Virtual 21 community partner, Sounds Academy. Here to tell you more is the founder and director of Sounds Academy, Kirk Johnson.
Thank you, Jason. And can we get 2 stamps for Jason and his wonderful words about music education? Hello, my name is Kirk Johnson, and I am the founder and CEO of Sounds Academy. We are honored to be this year's Alliance community partner. Sounds Academy is a nonprofit music education organization that teaches, mentors, and provides musical experiences and opportunities for underserved youth. While in Sounds Academy, students receive individual lessons, group classes, and perform on string, woodwind instruments as well as guitar and piano. Instruments are provided to those who cannot afford one. In Sounds Academy, students learn the character values of creativity, leadership, perseverance, resilience, and teamwork through music education. We teach these values in our musical access program, which connects students to live music and instruments through our instrument petting zoos, our school programs for lower income schools and community centers where they get to learn the fundamentals of instrumental performance, our solo program, which provides one-on-one lessons for students, and last but not least, the collective, which teaches higher level ensemble playing and music theory. Our mission is to teach, mentor, and provide musical experiences and opportunities for underserved youth. The vision of Sounds Academy is to remove any barriers that children may have in receiving a quality music education. Now, if this sounds great to you, snap twice. What you can do to help Sounds Academy is donate by texting Sounds Academy, SOUNDSACADEMY to 44321. Once again, that's texting Sounds Academy, all one word, to 44321. I'd like to thank the Alliance and give them 2 snaps, and thank all of you for your support.
Thanks, Kirk. We hope you'll check out Sounds Academy and some of the great work they do in the Phoenix community. Be sure to tune in to the closing event for a special performance. Now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker this year, Cheryl Hyman, the Vice Provost for Academic Alliances at Arizona State University. Cheryl, could you give us a sneak peek of what you'll be discussing today?
It has been a challenging year for us and our institutions. Our nation is facing multiple crises, and our campuses are not immune to the various challenges we're facing. As the pandemic recedes, we will find our society and our institutions permanently changed. To better prepare for the future, we must all lead change together.
Thanks, Cheryl. She'll be taking the virtual stage at 4:20 Eastern today for our Alliance keynote session, followed by a special follow-up discussion afterward at 5:40 Eastern Time. This is something you won't want to miss. And now, back over to Brittany Moon and Tom Chambers to introduce our 2021 Hall of Fame recipients and Partner of the Year Award.
I'm honored to once again be presenting the inductees of the 2020 HEUG Hall of Fame. The HEUG first began the Hall of Fame at the 2011 Alliance Conference, and each inductee is nominated by HEUG members and shows commitment in 4 key areas: demonstrated leadership in important initiatives that advance the HEUG, outstanding service to HEUG membership, respected as a professional by those inside higher education, sustained contribution to the HEUG. This year, we have 2 inductees who exemplify this commitment. Our first new inductee has been actively engaging with the HEUG for over 20 years. Stu Churchill-Hoyer, SIS analyst and senior Infotech strategic consultant at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, has made a significant impact in the HEUG community as well as Alliance. Stu's commitment to the organization is best demonstrated through his knowledge sharing, working tirelessly each year to provide information, training, and expertise to all HEUG members. He has presented at Alliance on over 20 occasions, as well as HEUG Education Series webinars, frequent contributions to the HEUG community, earning himself the title of HEUG Power User as well as master badges for his engagement on the listservs, blog posts, and best practice sharing in the file libraries. Stu is known and respected globally as a campus solutions expert, and now as a cloud implementation expert. He has traveled to all 6 of the HEUG global regions, helping with implementations and upgrades, providing functional training, and offering advice. His is almost a singular voice in the higher education industry and is listened to by people at all levels of member institutions, decision makers at Oracle, and other vendor partners. The simplest way to explain his unique position in higher ed is to say the name Stu. By itself is all it takes to make people stop and listen, attend that session, or call into that Zoom. Stu brings enthusiasm and energy to every project and encourages others to do the same. It is my great honor to present Stu this induction into the HEUG Hall of Fame. Our second inductee to the HEUG Hall of Fame is an example of professionalism and leadership at its finest. Steve Hahn, former Vice Provost for Enrollment Management at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, has been serving and leading the HEUG organization for over 10 years. Within the HEUG community and the education industry as a whole, Steve is highly respected for his leadership, strategic thinking, and calm demeanor that has suited this organization well while engaging with our vendor partners, as well as setting strategic direction during difficult times. Whether it's answering Arabic questions without translation during a press conference at the University of Dammam, or engaging the audience at Javeriana University, HEUG members globally have sought him out for his opinions, advice, and thought leadership in relation to higher education, enrollment, and information technology. And many to this day continue to consult him to establish strategic alliances. During his time on the HEUG board, Steve served in leadership roles immediately after election, becoming a vice president and serving on the HEUG executive team. Shortly after, Steve was elected president for 2 years and past president for multiple terms. During Steve's time on the board, he served and led many strategic initiatives, including restructuring the governance of the HEUG, engaging and establishing several regional groups. I would like to personally thank Steve for his dedication, thought leadership, and contributions to the HEUG community that will continue to serve our organization for years to come. And it is my great honor to present Steve this induction into the HEUG Hall of Fame. Now over to you, Tom, for Partner of the Year.
Thanks, Brittany. I'm so excited about this year's HEUG Partner of the Year. The HEUG has an amazing network of valued partners who support our members and our organization each year. They aren't just booths at our events, they are valuable partners working hand in hand with our members year-round to help drive success at our member institutions. This year, members were invited to nominate a partner that went over and above during the course of the past year. We asked these members to share stories of how their nominee impacted their institution in a positive way and how that nominee represented the HEUG's mission. In our 5th year, we had a ton of nominations to sort through, and we want to congratulate all of our partners who received a nomination. The HEUG Nominations and Elections Committee scores these partners against a rubric that includes total number of nominations, overall participation in 2020, Alliance 2020 participation, International Virtual Week participation, and our qualitative member submission. With 5 total nominations, highlighting work with Nicole Oser at Baylor University and Laura Zimmerman's work at Hackensack Meridian School of Medicine and Butler University, it is my pleasure to present Huron as the 2021 Partner of the Year.
Hello, my name is Peter Rushenbach, and I'm the leader of Huron's higher education practice. Thank you to all of the visionary higher education institutions who trusted our partnership on your cloud journey and nominated Huron to be Partner of the Year. Thank you to the HEUG for providing such a vibrant forum for discovery and innovation. And thank you to our technology partners who we implement modern cloud solutions side by side. Our team is honored and humbled to be recognized for the important work we do every day in higher education to elevate the experiences of faculty, student, and staff. It is our goal to empower our clients to reach new heights in research, to help foster an atmosphere of critical teaching, thinking, and learning, and to graduate successful students who serve their communities and the world for generations to come. At Huron, we know education is transformational. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our members who nominated someone this year. And we would encourage everyone to go meet a future partner of the year at an exhibitor meet and greets this week in the Virtual Solutions Center.
Thanks, Brittany and Tom, and congratulations again to our newest Hall of Fame recipients, Steve Hahn and Stu Churchill-Hoyer, and to our Partner of the Year, Huron. Our partners make this conference possible, so be sure to stop by the Virtual Solutions Center. Tom, while you're here, can you tell us more about where attendees can find the Virtual Solutions Center, as well as how they can win some great prizes?
I'm here to tell you about the 3 ways you can interact with our exhibitors and win prizes at Alliance. 1, exhibitors have been given a unique passcode to hide somewhere within their Virtual Solutions Center booth. Your job is to search the booth, find the passcode, and collect them all to win. 2, this one's easy. All you have to do is visit each participating exhibitor booth each day of the conference. The more booths you visit, the more chances you have to win. And 3, the final option is to attend a meet and greet session happening each afternoon from 3:25 to 4:10 Eastern. For more information, please visit the exhibitor interaction page on our website. Now back to you, Jason.
Thanks again, Tom. Some good info there on our valuable partners. And now, a message from our newest sponsor.
This segment sponsored by No Bid Conference Box Lunches. No Bid Conference Box Lunches specializes in providing the lowest quality product at the highest possible price. Here, at our undisclosed factory, all of your conference food box lunch requests are properly mishandled. Every lunch begins with our special bread, which have the optimal level of moistness for your meal. We then put whatever we want on it, ignoring your organization's order. Sandwiches with no mustard or mayo? We can't do that. A vegan sandwich? Not currently available. Or our gluten-free option. Whatever your request, we're sure we can't do it. Don't worry, you probably won't get what you want anyway, since our crack security staff will ignore the 1 box per attendee limit, ensuring that we run out of the kind of lunch you want before your session is even out. Healthy options? We will place a single healthy snack bowl in an obscure location in the conference center, but it will be 6-day-old fruit, recycled Halloween candy, and cookies so crunchy they can crack your fillings. As a special this year, if your in-person meeting was canceled in 2020, we can just reuse that food next year when you are in person. We're sure it's still good. Because we've got a 10-year no-bid contract with the conference center, you have no choice. No-bid conference box lunches. Let us mess up your next event.
And now over to our 2021 program chair, Sherry McEntee, with your Alliance forecast for the week. Sherry?
Sherry McEntee here with the Alliance 2021 program forecast. I hope you all enjoyed last week's pre-recorded roadmaps from Oracle and Workday, as well as the workshops that occurred last week. What a great preview to all the useful information we have coming your way this way. And don't worry if you missed the roadmaps, they'll be available on demand all throughout the conference. So let's take a look at today's detailed forecast. We started today at 8:15 with this fast-moving opening session to set the stage for the week's programs. The opening session will wrap up around 9 a.m. and we'll start to experience a series of hour-long sessions followed by 20-minute breaks. I hope you take advantage of these breaks to check your email or play with your furry friends. I know I'll be slipping in a walk with my girl Ellie. This alternating pattern will continue through much of the day until around 3:20 p.m. when we see a break in the pattern to start our first round of dedicated exhibitor and networking. Look for a variety of topics, including exhibitor meetups. This hour will be followed by our first keynote speaker of the week, which is sure to be a pleaser. We'll wrap up the day with a group of fast-moving mini sessions. These are a great opportunity to dip your toe into something new. These will be followed by our last 20-minute break and hour-long session of the day. But don't forget to stick around for our second dedicated networking and exhibitor session ending at 8:30 p.m. What a relaxing way to end your first day at the conference. Grab a beverage of your choice, whether it be a cold brew for our friends in America, a cup of piping hot coffee or tea for those joining from Asia or Australia, or a Red Bull for our early morning European friends. My hats are off to those diehards. And now for your 3-day extended forecast. Tuesday morning will start at 8:15 with another round of dedicated networking and exhibiting time. Be on the look for advisory group hosted coffee hours to meet up with your peers. And don't be afraid to drop in an area of interest. Since the coffee hours will be very early or very late for some of our attendees, dress accordingly. No one's going to judge if you show up in your robe and PJs. Our European friends will be entering the middle of the day, and so they're sure to keep our discussions flowing. We then enter a period of alternating sessions and breaks similar to what we are going to have experienced today. We will see another dedicated 1-hour exhibitor and networking opportunity at 3:30 p.m. We wind down the day with mini sessions and 2 1-hour-long sessions and breaks. Rounding out the day with our last dedicated networking and exhibitor session. You'll find some of our advisory groups are putting together happy hours for you to see and talk to your old friends. Wednesday and Thursday are a continuation of the pattern from Tuesday. As we approach the evening hours on Thursday, make sure you shift into closing session mode. Please use the preceding break to get ready. So JK, let's find out what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Knights of Columbus, it's freezing here. Thanks, Sherry. Informative as always. And now, let's head back into the field for more from our Alliance correspondents.
Some advantages of attending a virtual conference. Some of the big ones that I believe in is getting to know other people in your particular field and to meet those heroes in those fields. It also increases engagement, and it also gets you engaged in some sort of debate. Conferences can also help improve your presentation and communication skills. I know it's helped me in the past. Virtual conferences can also be a way of connecting our global areas. I know the HEUG is big into a worldwide organization, and that is an asset for our Alliance Conference. Make sure you get involved in Alliance 2021 virtual conference, and I look forward to seeing you in a Zoom room. Bye for now.
I remember in 2014, the conference team sitting around a table talking about the future of conferences. Where was it going and what would be happening? And we were talking about doing a conference remotely. And we kind of couldn't imagine, even at that point, how that would work. Well, last year we saw that when it came down to it, Alliance could come through. And this year again, we're still having Alliance, even though remotely. So congrats to the conference team on making it happen.
Here in Australia, we do Virtual Alliance differently, with kick-off coffees at midnight and sessions through to dawn. But it all evens out because we don't need to spend 30 hours travelling there and back, I guess. And hey, we get to kick off our work days with Alliance Happy Hour. So it's 10 a.m. and I've just told everyone that I've got into the office to have a kick-off coffee session, but it's Alliance Happy Hour. So I figure an espresso martini counts, doesn't it? Happy Alliance, everyone.
Thank you to all of our Alliance correspondents, keeping it classy as always. It's great to hear all of the ways that people around the world benefit from HEUG membership and participate in the community. Now, let's head over to Renee Riley for an update on sports. Renee?
Thank you, JK. Well, it's an exciting week in sports for Alliance 2021. The virtual run walk kicked off on March 6th with dozens of attendees running, walking, and even skipping their way to the finish. This year is definitely unique with a variety of categories participants can enter to win prizes, such as Best Pro Race Dance and Most Creative Race Map. For all of those that have already finished, don't forget to submit your photo evidence. Remember to tag @HEUG on Twitter or visit the HEUG on Facebook and use the hashtag AV21FunRun. If you did not sign up for the virtual run walk and would still like to participate, it's not too late. The race ends on March 17th and registration is still open on the Alliance website. Oh, and the best part about this run walk, all net proceeds are going to our community partner, Sounds Academy. In other sports news, Alliance attendees are planning to break records with the healthy habits they're embracing while they attend sessions this week. Attendees are encouraged to take full advantage of the daily breaks, grab a drink of water, and take a lap around the house. As Sherry mentioned, it's going to be hot this week with the schedule. So remember to stay hydrated and get up and move. And don't forget those standing desks. They come in great for keeping the blood flowing during those birds of a feather and community discussions. Now I will turn it over to Sherry for today's Pet Corner.
Sherry McEntee again, asking you all to share pictures of your pets attending the conference with you. What fun things did they help you with? Send your pictures to #HugAPet all week to be shared during the closing night event. Here are a few pictures of my girl Ellie helping me. Ellie trying to get a closer seat. Ellie very focused on a session. And finally, Ellie losing interest in a session and letting me know it's time to take a break. And so back to you, JK.
Thanks again, Sherry. Well, that about does it for this edition of Alliance News. From all of us here, thank you for being with us and
have a great conference.
We start yet? Stay classy, Alliance. Until next time, I'm JK Burgundy.